Hey, good people, it's Minister Kenny Smith again with another good pearl. And this pearl, I want to get a little bit more transparent. So, the name of this pearl is That Is Not Your Season. Okay, so I want to just talk to you a little bit about something I went through, and I want to just have some open dialogue conversation with you and want to really harp this point into your spirit and into your hearing. So, those of you that know my story a little bit, you know that a few years ago I lost my late husband to bladder cancer. I lost him. We were married for almost 7 years. God had warned me about him going on to glory, and he had likened me to prophetess Anna in the Bible, who, those of you who know who she was a widow at 7 years of marriage. And that is what happened to me. I was 36 years old when I became a widow, and he passed actually 2 days before our 7-year wedding anniversary. So it was excruciating. And I found out a little later that his older brother passed of bladder cancer as well, just recently. And it kind of reminded me of the similar situation because he passed of the same cause, which was bladder cancer. And I remember thinking back to that moment a few years back, about 5 or 6 years ago, and thinking back to the day after my late husband passed and remembering when I woke up, being disappointed that when I woke up that everything was still true. That I thought, oh, this has to be a nightmare. And I remember waking up saying to myself, oh, it wasn't a nightmare, it was real. This really happened. Right? And so I was thinking about my late husband's older brother's wife. And I was thinking about how she's going to experience this. And I began to feel so grieved in my spirit for her. It's almost like I relived the whole situation that I went through in that whole day, in that moment. And God spoke to me in that moment, and he reminded me, and he said, this is not your season anymore. And I remember thinking in my spirit, well, that's kind of harsh to think that. I'm being compassionate. I'm believing in or understanding what my sister-in-law, late sister-in-law, is going through at this moment. And God was saying to me that it's okay to have compassion and to empathize with her. But he did not want me to carry the grief of that season into where I am now, because I am in a different season. He has restored my life completely from where it was years ago. I have remarried. I have 2 new children. I have a flourishing ministry, 2 flourishing ministries actually, in a consulting business. I have health in my body. My children are healthy. My husband is healthy. So what God has done for me is different. And so what he was saying is, you don't want to carry what you went through in that season into this season, because your season has changed. So I want to say that to some of you. Some of you are holding on to the past. And God is saying to forget about the formal things, because I am doing a new thing. And he says, shall you not know it? So basically, do you realize that your season has changed? Do you realize that I've done something new in you and through you, and you don't need to carry that same grief into this season? Yes, you can empathize with the people that you went through things with. Yes, you can empathize with the people that may be going through the things that you went through in the past. But you can't carry that into your new season. So this is what I want to leave with you this week, is that your season has changed. Things are different, and you have to act accordingly. You have to remove the formal and go into the new. So that's your pearl for this week. This is not your season. Move forward in what God has for you.